Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Blame the Double Term podcast. Today, we have a really special episode, a bit lighter, but still at 10 out of 10 great. Today, I'm joined by Matt Jackson, and we're going to just start yapping about some stuff. Matt, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Yourself?
Doing good. It's nice and sunny, super warm, AC's kicked on. No complaints.
Oh yeah, I'm sure in like a month I'll hate it, but right now I love how like planet killingly hot it is. I am totally on board with it. Winter's too recent, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm already like, interesting. I would like it a little cooler inside, but that's fine. Actually, uh, off topic immediately from AOS. Tomorrow, I get the pleasure of golfing with our pal and giant Kyle Sherman, and it's supposed to be like plus 30 outside, so I'm already mentally preparing for that.
Oh hell yeah. Is that at Cardinal in Newmarket?
Out somewhere in Orangeville. And if your next question is, hey, Franny, are you good at golf and have you prepared? My answer would be no. I haven't swung a golf club since last year. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
No, that's smart because if you practice the night before, you're just going to be tired with like your golfing muscles. And only two shots matter. The first drive, because everyone at the clubhouse can see you.
Yep.
And then the last putt, because everyone in the clubhouse can see you. So those are the only two shots that matter. Just do those two well enough, and the rest is just gravy.
You know what? For some reason, that actually does make me feel a lot better.
Yeah, everything in between, who cares? But yeah, that first drive will just define the rest of your game in everyone else's eyes.
I
So
love
yeah,
it. Okay. First drive, last putt. I'm fucking ready. My body's
easy
ready.
peasy. Yeah.
Okay. Um, You know what? We don't have like a tournament recap necessarily or anything, you know, super competitive related. So why don't we just kind of jump into what are you hobbying with? Have you been painting anything? Any new additions to the collection?
Yeah, not new additions. I've kind of sold out. So anyone who knows me knows I pride myself on being an AOS contrarian a bit. I'll actively not run a meta list 99% of the time, but I love my OBR and I'm a big fan of how they go. But I caved in the other day and I ordered 2 more units of Death Riders. So I'll be one of those guys running 3 units of Death Riders, 2 units of Reapers, and we'll see how it goes. I'm caving into the meta a bit, but
You did it.
yeah, I know.
Oh.
I hate myself too. But don't worry. The day after I ordered them, the announcement of the new GHB came, and I thought, oh, perfect. The rules will get changed, and this will be terrible. It'll all come out in the wash.
Oh
So
my god.
excellent. Yeah.
That's
Uh.
genius. Was
Yeah.
this the
Yeah.
Fenris order?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Uh,
The Death Riders were pretty cheap. I'm like, I'd be stupid not to. So yeah. But as for painting for now, though, the last couple days I've been slowly chipping away at Vokmortian
nice.
and my Bone Shaper, which are like the dog faced unique hero, and
Nice.
the Bone Shaper's he looks kind of interchangeable with the Ossispectre, but he's also one of the little OBR guys waving spooky spells and stuff around. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention I also recently acquired a very used, much loved Gargant from someone selling one in Toronto for like hilariously cheap. So I just couldn't resist it. And I've run this Gargant in 2 games. And I will elaborate more on the did you win, but I'm looking for I bought this Gargant solely for running it as the Stumblefoot Regiment of Renown. And I'll circle back to that, but I'm a big fan of it already.
That's amazing.
But yeah, how about yourself? Hobbying much?
I wish I could say I was painting a lot, but I haven't painted really much at all recently. But I did get some additions to the collection thanks to my buddy Mr. Matt Jackson going and buying a Stumblefoot Gargant downtown.
Hell yeah.
Um, Thank you again. You picked me up. What is it? It was 60 Gloomspite gets Stabas,
Yeah.
and the most exciting thing maybe another unit of Squig Herd. So now I have 2 reinforced units of Squig Herd, which I really wanna run because they are ridiculous. On the charge, it's just a million attacks, maybe crit mortal, and yeah, that's fun. I went from having 0 stabas to 60 literally overnight, and I paid $1 a staba, which yeah, I mean, you've heard me say it 100 times, but I am genuinely such a slut for a good deal, and that was a good deal.
Yeah, no, that guy, I'm not gonna say his name here for, like, both privacy reasons, and I wanna keep our source secret from everybody else, but that guy, like, the ETB crew, I'm sure at some points in the year, like, because I know we've all bought a bunch of stuff from that nameless fellow over the last year, I'm confident that, like, we're helping him pay off that house. Like, ETB is helping him, and he's helping us. It's win-win. But yeah, those guys, the bags, there were so many models. That was a steal.
Yeah.
So wait, now you've got so that's fudge. So you've got Nighthaunt
Yep.
and Seraphon
Yeah.
and Gitz.
Yeah.
Is that do you have a fourth army I'm forgetting too?
So I have, I would say, 3 fully playable armies and 3 armies. Oh god, all of them. I have so many points. Seraphon, I'm like 8,000 points. Nighthaunt, I'm close to that. And Gitz, now I'm well over 6K. But I do have a fourth, more different army, which is Soulblight. Um, but I don't think I think I have maybe 2K, but it's
Hmm.
kind of a nice mixing of a bunch of different units. It's actually a quite sentimental army for me. It's my buddy's army, who I first got into AOS with, and he ended up actually moving to Alberta with only things he could fit in his bright blue Subaru. And unfortunately, the army didn't, wasn't a priority. So he
Wow.
handed it off to me before taking off to Alberta. Um, so yeah, I have 4 armies technically, but I have 3 like playable tournament ready ish armies.
In that soul, I remember. Yeah, I remember now. You've described that Soul Blight pile. You probably have one of the regiments of renown. You could probably run it in your Nighthaunt.
That's a good call. I really should look. I've been really bad for actually looking and understanding what the regiments really do. I never think to look at them. But I really should see what the heck they do.
They have an appeal, like selfishly speaking, they have an appeal to me for some of the gimmicky ones,
Yeah.
but some of them have real potential. So, like, when I was running the Dark Oath list, I had, Scarbrand in there with the slaves. Scarbrand is amazing because he can kill your Dark Oath if you go first, and now you have guys popping up all over the battlefield starting turn 2, and that's great. That's actual utility. It seems like a downside that Scarbrand will kill your own guys, but,
Hmm.
it's judo. You turn a weakness into a strength or whatever it is, a strength into a weakness, blah, blah, blah. But when I started getting into OBR and I was looking at the death regiments, I was surprised at how good a lot of them seemed, and I'd never heard of them. Like, there's one regiment of renown that I think is just a black coach,
Yep.
but its ability is that it can bring a non-unique hero back that's been destroyed.
Yep. Yep.
Like, what? Why? Huh? Like, why is that not? Why do I not see that more often? And then the Manfred one and the Neferata ones both seem incredible. Like, the only downside is there's so many points, but
Yeah.
they're so fast, they're so mobile, and Neferata and Manfred are, well, especially Neferata, are killing machines. It makes me wonder, like, they're like, oh, there must be something I'm not seeing here. But some of the regiments are really good.
Yeah. You know what? And in that pile of Soul Blight, there is a Neferata in there, which,
Uh-uh.
if you don't look too closely, could also be a Manfred. So
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
should
exactly. Could also
look.
be an Arcan. Yeah. Huh.
Which, yeah, I mean, if you really don't look, kind of Arcan.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, you're right. I actually played into the Manfred ROR back at Crit one day. It was Richie Barnes who was playing it in a OBR list with
Oh,
Arcan, and it seems really cool. I think it was that something about teleporting around or something something. I'll need to look into it for sure. But
yeah, off the top of my head, I think it's there's 3 units. It's it's a unit of bats, a unit of, I want to say, Grave Guard, But
Yeah.
the third one is Manfred himself. And yeah, anytime I think it's in your hero phase, you can pick up a unit from that ROR and then put it away from enemy units. I think it's like 6 inches away. It's not the typical
Yeah.
9. And if it was moved, was it? If it was placed on the battlefield this turn, add 1 to its attacks characteristics. So if it teleports, it gets a buff. It attacks extra.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And also in the other death one, just
Yeah.
to make a long story even longer, is the not Vordry, but whatever that dragon is that Prince Vordry is riding. The
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that thing.
yeah, that thing. It's a 16 health, 5 up, 6 up. So it seems fragile, but like 16 is a lot of health. And it starts like in the air. That's where you deploy it.
Yeah.
And then it can pop down and it has to be the requisite 9 inches away. But if you get that charge off, or if you're willing to re-roll the charge, or if you have the cogs out and can re-roll the charge,
Mhm.
it's a pretty reliable way to get something like comically glass cannony deep into your enemy's lines. And then after it fights, I think it has to be in combat still, but it can go back into the sky basically right away. As long as it's in combat with something, it basically does damage and flies away.
Yeah. That seems
Yeah.
fun. Like, I need to get better. I think everybody else on the team is really good with it. I need to get better at just like testing more lists out and trying things that, you know, I wouldn't immediately think to take. I get into the habit of, okay, I get comfy with one list and then I run it for 3 months straight without any changes, which is probably not a good call. So maybe that's my new, uh, I don't know, turning a new leaf for the new GHB, even though I know I'm probably not going to do that.
But
But
you had that breakthrough with Nighthaunt. You had that epiphany, especially when we were at Clash. When you realized like, hey, I can win every game if I completely avoid fighting. It's like, yeah, that's a
yeah,
really good point.
that's fair. I mean, you are correct. And let me tell you, when it works, and it's so fun. But I'm ready to pull out the lizards, and I want to eat things again with big dinos. But Games Workshop won't let me because they keep cock teasing me with this new book that's never going to come out. But
It's yeah. Everyone wants the Seraphon book, and nobody wants the ogre one. But I bet we see the ogre one first. Yeah.
you take that back. Don't do that to me.
Don't put
Uh,
that on me.
I know we have Did You Win next, and these are just arbitrary, but maybe we should talk about the GHB because um, this is where my sadness kind of started. Was like these the previews that had just started coming out. There, it
Oh.
was before the GHB. We saw Slanesh come out, and at that point, my little heart was broken because I knew I had to wait longer for the damn lizards. But then the following week we got the GHB dropped on Warhammer Community,
Mm.
which I don't know about you. I've been ready for this for a bit. I haven't been in AOS like competitively, quote unquote, for a long time, but I think it was just, the first fourth edition season was my first real season playing, and then now with the soggy stuff, I was totally ready for this new one, or I am totally ready for this new one, and it looks pretty spicy. I mean, the fire stuff, but
It's got fire right on the cover. Yeah, this
yeah,
looks spicy as hell. Yeah.
exactly. Look at that guy. He doesn't even need to see. The guy on the cover, his eyes are covered. He's got fire coming out of his hands.
Yeah, it doesn't
Um,
need to make sense. It just needs to look cool. Yeah.
I mean, real
Yeah.
cool. But
No,
yeah,
what we've seen so far does look pretty good. I like part of the fun for me is how I look at these things in a vacuum and I don't know what that means, but I'm intrigued.
yeah.
So yeah. The that one battle plan we've seen and that one oh excellent. I think that's Steven who just
Oh
joined the chat.
God.
Totally on time.
Yeah. Hello, Steven.
Totally didn't forget. Yo.
We're talking GHB announcements.
Okay, perfect. That missed
Yeah.
the cities part. Did you guys talk about cities?
You weren't here, so I removed it. And because you were
Oof.
late, we're not talking about cities.
But
You can go
I
fuck
have like
yourself.
8 hours of city stuff to talk about.
It's
That'll
too
be on
bad.
that'll
Next
be on the
episode,
Steven
sucker.
podcast.
The
Yeah.
Steve-
But yeah, new GHB. We were just saying how we are like ready for this. I don't know if you felt it, but like this season, I think it's just the amount of games we played, but like I'm ready for something new. How do you feel?
Oh yeah, for sure. And even like with cities being updated, it's gonna feel like totally different too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. They haven't shown us a ton. I suspect we're gonna see a lot more based on some of the like AOS YouTubers and the way the language in the the Warhammer community posts, but they've started trickle feeding us some stuff. So it seems like this GHB is gonna be quite fighty and kind of focused on like big hero hammer, maybe some monsters, and the way that they're setting the tone with this fury mechanic. So
Mm.
TLDR, actually, it's not going to be really a short story. Um, Everything is focused around Fury. At the beginning of the game, if you're the attacker, your Fury level's 1, defender, Fury level 2. Um, this Fury reminds me, I only played very briefly of the, what was it, the Andor season, the magic one where you had the primal dice.
Yeah.
So instead of primal dice, you're getting rage dice. And the only two abilities that they've shared of what you can do with these rage dice is there's a once per turn army, end of any turn. So that means both turns essentially. You can spend up to 3 of these rage dice and resolve that number of combat attacks using a specified melee weapon against a unit that's in combat, which is really cool. So, talking about like hero hammer, big monsters, you obviously want to use this on like quality attacks, like big motherfuckers like Scarbrand, Archeon,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So that's really cool. Fighting at the end of the turn and like potentially, doing a
So
lot of damage.
And just to cut in
Eh,
there as well, unless I'm misremembering or misreading it, so it says specifically that those extra attacks can't score crits, and that's
yes.
fine. But like you said on Scarbrand, for example, that's a pretty good investment because all of his attacks are damage 8 or damage 4. So even if you're not doing the crits, that's still a lot of damage. And then the other option that you mentioned, Archeon, that's 3 extra swings for Slayer of Kings, which Slayer of Kings doesn't do crit auto like hits don't auto kill something. It's double sixes to wound.
Yeah.
So the more wound rolls you get, that's what makes Archeon
do
good.
they carry over, you know? Like if you fought twice with Archeon,
Oh,
Oh,
like do you
no.
have to
No
remember you
that's
got a
way.
6?
no, I can't
Okay.
imagine, but it would be what you're saying is even more incredible because that 1 in a million games you play where you Slayer of Kings one hero and then at the end of the turn you Slayer of Kings another one. Hell yeah. You're right, Steven. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh
I like it.
no.
Is it
You've
once per
given
turn? Is
It's,
it-
it's probably once per game. I don't know.
you
No,
gave
it's
Matt,
at the end of any turn.
this is going to
End
be
of
an
any turn. Okay, so you only do one.
unattainable dragon that you're going to be chasing. But before, killing one hero a game isn't good enough. Now you have to kill 2 heroes a turn. If that happens, you might just explode.
It you know what? Yeah, I will chase this dragon. I'm sure like Connor and Steven, you guys will beat some sense into me and like wipe me
I
out
think we've
turn
given
two.
up trying. We just we,
But I know Kyle will meet me halfway, and when I run Skarkeon, Kyle will run Archeon in like 20 nights or whatever, and between the two Archeons, we'll make it work. So yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Actually, I don't know if you remember that game where you guys were both having an Archeon off and his Archeon Slayer of King, your Archeon.
Oh, I remember. Don't
That was
worry.
great. That was a good time.
salt into
Editor
the
me,
wound.
please put a picture, or actually, please put the video in here. I'll probably forget to do that, but it's a nice thought.
Yeah, no, that was Team ETB's 9/11. That was a sad day. I hear you. A day to never forget.
Rest in peace.
So
Okay.
good. I'm actually just noticing something that I forgot to say on this eruption of fury, like extra attacks thing. Matt,
Mm.
you called out they can't crit, but if you did roll an unmodified hit roll of 6, you inflict an additional D3 mortal damage on that
Oh.
enemy unit. Is it? Yeah,
It's additional, yeah.
additional D3 mortal damage. You could pump out quite a bit of damage. I mean, sure you're not going to get mortals, but I mean, you're just pumping in extra damage on top, which is more better, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
cool.
it definitely makes the like big models a lot better
Yeah,
that do like high damage.
yeah, for sure. I guess the only downside, if it is a downside, is you increase your opponent's fury level by 1, and it looks like it caps out at 7. Why this matters, other than the eruption of fury, is actually the other ability, which is fight through the pain, which I think is clearly much worse, but still kind of cool. So the effect is, before allocating damage to a friendly unit, you can spend any number of rage dice, and for each rage dice spent, reduce your fury by 1 to a minimum of 0. Then roll a dice. On a 3 plus, remove 1 damage point from that unit's damage pool. So it's almost like a post ward 3 up ward, kind of. Am I
Hmm.
interpreting that right?
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
you would get a
So
ward and then allocate damage.
yeah, so still really good. Don't get me wrong. I guess if you're swimming in rage points, that's pretty solid. But this makes me wonder, like, what other abilities are they going to give us that use these rage dice, right? Like,
Are,
there's got to
are the
be more,
Hmm.
mission
right?
are the missions gonna have them? Is that like the plan? I
Oh,
actually don't know.
it,
Oh, how relevant if we scroll down, maybe.
I
wow.
don't think either one of these say it.
No, it doesn't. They've only leaked one mission right now anyway, and that's Into the Fire with what looks like a horrendous deployment. What a piece of shit this looks like.
Yeah,
Everyone already hates it.
Oh my god. I mean, at least it shouldn't be too hard to set up, but
I'm already
like,
confused.
bro, just make it a
Uh,
line instead of this B nonsense. Um, yeah. What do they even say for this? What do these words say? Secure
What?
the gateway. Anti-charge and +3. Okay, it's actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, doesn't really say much about it, but they also leaked, I guess it's not leaked, they revealed one of the battle tactics cards, which looks really cool actually.
yeah.
So, deployment phase, you're gonna pick a non-faction or a non-faction terrain to be a hideout. Step 1, deal at least 1 point of damage in 3 different phases of the turn. Actually kind of cool. Um, Second step, take control of the enemy hideout, and then the third step, destroy two or more enemy units while you control the hideout. So that actually seems like a pretty fun tactic.
Yeah, and so full credit to website Plastic Crack. I was on yesterday reading about this, but Plastic Crack pointed out that this tactic. So the first part, doing the 3 points of damage or a point of damage each phase, it could be trickier than it seems because your opponent could deliberately sacrifice a unit that you've targeted for one or two of the phases, and then they'll deliberately sacrifice it before you can get to that third.
Interesting.
So they'll be less inclined, for example, to do like an all-out defense or whatever. So that yeah, like there's more nuance to it than that. Even another thing I want to point out before I forget is just
Mm-hmm.
zooming in on the screen. I just noticed this that the Into the Fire scoring is 1, 2 more, but the scoring is 3, 3, 4. Unless I'm not reading it properly on my screen.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
different, huh?
Yeah,
That's new. I think. Yeah.
I think
I
so.
guess.
It doesn't
Yeah,
seem.
seems better like that though. Because I
Yeah,
always
It
found like missing those 2 points wasn't that bad.
yeah,
Yeah, because usually it's like 5, 3, and 2 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
oh, just something else different to think about too. Yeah.
yeah. That's totally fair. And going back to your point about the battle tactic, um, that's actually pretty cool to me. I mean, with any battle tactic, like at the end of the season, like we all kind of figured out some of the tricks for denying everybody's tactics. It looks like even with this one, there's a lot of counterplay on both sides, which is something I think we all like. Being able to deny and you know, I like that. I like being able to counterplay into it. So that's a really good point in terms of sacrificing off a unit so you stop somebody.
And
Hmm.
that's how you won that tournament as Night Haunt, is you just avoid you just took everyone's tactics away from them and just denied them that. It's
Yeah, the
smart.
worst.
It's fun because if I can't kill things, I just stop you from scoring, and
I
that's
Yeah, you
really,
really
don't
fun for
I really
don't
me.
hope
fight in this
for,
war game.
I really hope for the tactics that they're like more like diverse, as in like it's
Yeah,
not like just choose Master Restless kind of a
I
thing.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree because yeah, there is really
That's the
3
biggest thing.
tactics that you saw: Master, Restless, and Scouting. Anything other than that
And
was like,
Intercept was good. Scouting was specific armies.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wrathful deceived me for the longest time, but ultimately wasn't very
You
it
saw
wasn't a smart choice either.
you saw every single other list with Master Restless, and you're like, maybe
It was
Wrathful.
that
Oh,
it was always the
Restless.
scen- it was always the scenario with our count. Like if I start as the underdog and get the double, Wrathful's perfect. But
Yeah,
if that doesn't happen, uh-oh. But yeah.
for sure. We also they showed us these mighty fine new objective markers. They look, I mean, they look cool. They look fiery. They're different colors. I mean, all right,
I
not
actually
bad.
think
Yeah.
I like the last ones look more, to be
These
honest.
ones look a little too,
The symbol is just really weird. So
yeah.
bright.
I don't know. They're fine. They'll grow on me. I mean,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the end
for
of the
sure.
day,
It's not
you
like
kind of
huge.
need. I mean, you don't need them. I guess hell, you could
You
put a
s-
sticker or anything over the old ones, but I'll likely get it just because of the cards. They'll grow on me at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
keep losing the cards, so I probably won't get it.
I love that for you. But yeah, cool. There's the GHB. Let's talk about our recent games. Uh, Steven, you play any games recently?
I actually have not really played much, so
Yeah.
no.
Fair enough. That's quick and easy. Matt, you play any games recently?
Yeah, I got a game in a couple days or yesterday, whatever. Yeah, 2 games in the last 2 weeks with Matt G. He's
Nice.
running Soul Blight, kind of similar to Kyle's list, but he's not going all vampires, all blood knights. He's got some of those unkillable horses, the ones that I don't know what they're called, the death rattle ones,
Oh
but
yeah, Baronites.
they yeah, Baronites, and I hate them so much. Like, as I'm happy as Matt's friend, but as his opponent, I just hate them. Like, they're so frustrating. He put them on the table yesterday or whenever it was, and I just sighed deeply and knew that I could table the rest of his army, but that unit of 10 would never, ever die. And so I didn't even try. But anyway, no, I tried pretty hard in the second one when I saw the writing on the wall and it was a fool's errand. But yeah, no, both games, the 2 against his list, I ran my OBR because I'm on the OBR kick.
Yeah.
And Arcane's out of the list. Now it's all small heroes, but I'm running that Stumblefoot Gargan I mentioned. And so far it's been 50%. I won one, lost one. The reason the Gargant's in the list, other than the novelty, is because of all the gimmicky abilities that you can have with his rampages.
Mhm.
So the most obvious useful one is if the Gargant in the combat phase, if the Gargant hasn't used any rampages yet, you pick an enemy unit in combat with the Gargant, and on a 3+, they get -1 of their hit rolls. And that can be pretty good if the Gargant's right beside something that you don't want to die. Because the thing that the -1 to hit, it doesn't need to be targeted at the Gargant. It can be targeted at something else. So in my first game, the Gargant ran up beside the Archai, and when Prince Vordry charged the Archai and the Gargant was right there, it was -1 to hit. I'm like, oh, that was pretty useful. The Gargant also has a fun rampage that I haven't had the chance to use yet. But if you charge with the Gargant, you can charge, and you haven't used another rampage, you can charge again. You pick an enemy unit within 9 inches, and then you can charge again and get a second charge into that other thing. And so it's neat because obviously it's a double charge, but also you just have to pick an enemy unit within 9. But if you roll like a 12, I think
Yeah.
you still have to finish within a half inch of that unit, but you can go past it and tag something else if you want, and then fight that thing instead. So I'm thinking ahead, like there could be chances where the Gargant's like a big drunk sniper and goes in there and does some real damage. And also, yeah, finally, he's got his other ability that's not a rampage. So you can do this on top of everything else. He's got the stuff it in my bag, whatever ability, where if you roll double the health characteristic of a model in combat with him, that model is just killed. And in the first game against Matt G, he killed 2 Blood Knights that way. I rolled a 6 both times. And I was like, oh, it's so satisfying.
That's so fun.
It was great. The second game against Matt, he figured out my tricks pretty quick, and that game didn't go my way. But that first one with the Gargant and the Archive going right down the middle of the field, It was great. But yeah, no. So 50-50 success with the Gargant. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it in the list for another couple of games at least. And I like the idea of painting them up to be goofy and OBR Roman themed like the rest of my stuff. I'm gonna lean into it.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah, how about you, Franny? Oh,
it
sorry. Yep.
seems fun. No, yeah, no, I like that. You mentioned the Roman theme, and I immediately got 10 times more stoked for that Gargant. Just because I love all the Roman theme stuff in your OBR army. I have played some games, but honestly, not this week. Couple weeks back, I went down to Crit Hit in Oshawa. Shout out to them. Their tournaments are always super fun. The venue's great. Um, Everybody there is always having such a good time. So I really enjoy going out there. Shout out to Dom and Keith and Bailey and all the guys that run that ship. Um, yeah, it was a great day. I ended up going 2-1-0. I tied my first game into Gary V. He actually runs a really cool YouTube channel. I think Matt, you'd love it. He deep dives into like AOS lore and stuff like that. I think his channel is called The Real Gary V. Um,
I'm gonna listen to it as soon as we're done. I'm already on board. The real
oh
Gary
yeah.
Vee.
But yeah, super fun. He was playing Doc, the new Doc, obviously. My first time playing into it.
Oh
We
yeah.
had a good time. We just shot the shit the whole game, which led to us running out of time at the end. And I think we only made it till the end of round 3. But so we were in a position where we had naturally scored the same amount of points, the same amount of tactics. And once you get to round 3, it's hard to talk out 4 and 5 because you start like trying to look into a crystal ball into the future, which just isn't there. So we just agreed to a flat out gentleman's tie.
Hmm.
Uh, Second game, who did I play? I played into something, and it was a really fun game, I'm sure. Oh, it was Soul Blight. It was a Soul Blight list with a bunch of dragons, and that was super fun too.
Oh,
I doubt he's listening, but I can't remember the guy's name. Really cool guy. I ended up winning that. And then finally I played the dreaded Night Haunt v Night Haunt mirror match
nice.
into Keith, who actually runs a lot of the stuff there at Crit Hit. Keith's an awesome guy. We've been talking on the side about Night Haunt and Seraphon and this and that. We had an awesome game. The way it works with Night Haunt mirror matches, in my experience, is either you grind and grind and grind till turn 5 and nothing dies, or in the first couple turns, you're able to take out some really key units and then the game's kind of done. Unfortunately for Keith, that's just kind of the way it worked with this match. And I ended up taking it out. And I think overall, I placed like second out of everybody, which felt pretty good.
Booyah, Franny.
Yeah. So got some cool stuff there. And then other than that, I really haven't played all too much. I think I played into Kyle once with Seraphon and his Soul Blight, and that went horrific for me. I just underestimated the power of Blood Knights, and they
Oh,
came in and blew up all my shit like turn 2.
oh shit.
Yeah, but yeah, fun times all around. Definitely shout out to Crit again. We'll be back.
You just reminded me too. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt, but before I forget, you mentioned the new doc. I had a game against ETB's Dylan a couple weeks ago. I had actually yeah, I played against you, Franny, with OBR.
Hmm.
And then because we had time, Dylan and I got a relatively quick game in. And I said relatively quick because I had packed 2 armies. I had Scarcount in the car just in case. And I think it was Dylan's like second game with the new daughters. He had just played against Connor.
Yeah.
And I eked out a win against Dylan, but I think only because he's not familiar with the army yet. But even though still getting the hang of it, or was at the time a couple weeks ago, his what are the half snake ones called? Are those Sisters of
Uh,
Slaughter?
no, they're blood something. They're not Sisters
Yes.
of Slaughter.
Are they blood sisters? That's
Bl-
that can't be the
blood
name. That's a
blood
fuck.
snakes. I
That's
don't
not a
know.
name.
Slaughter sister? I don't know, whatever. The ones that are half snake and they have spears. Like they don't have arrows, they have spears. Dylan had buffed them.
It's
He
blood,
had
I'm
so
telling
many
you.
counters on them.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh yeah, just pulling up now. Yeah.
I see. I don't know.
Is it Blood Sisters? Blood Stalkers, maybe.
Everything is either blood or
It's
sister
Blood
or
Sisters
stock.
then.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Sorry, Matt.
No,
Yes.
it's not. It's not this one because it's talking about a shoot ability.
It's
Blood
the sister
stalkers.
one. Blood
That's the same
Sisters.
one. I clicked the same one twice. Blood
Oh,
sisters.
yeah.
Yes, this is it. This
Yeah.
is it. Maybe.
Okay, sure, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, Dylan had between I don't know whatever he had, Crethuza and the two Marathis and whatever. But this unit, this reinforced unit, had I don't know, like I'm exaggerating, just a bit, like probably like 40 counters on it. Like he had buffed it out the wazoo, and they charged a unit of my knight, the Chaos Knights. And the knights had a single wound on them, so they had 39 health left. And Dylan charged them, and I was like, all right, like roll your attacks. And he asked, do you actually want me to roll it? And I think I actually rolled my eyes at him because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, yes, of course, Dylan. They have 39 health. It's a 3-up save. God, roll it. And then he killed them on crits alone. He did, I think 39 or 42 mortal wounds. I was like, wow, like you're gonna have to roll the wound, like, because they were so buffed and
Yeah.
everything. They do extra damage on the charge, I think. And yeah, they had crit mortals, damage 3. It was great. I thought he
Yeah.
was exaggerating. I thought he was just being sassy. And then he deleted the unit. I'm like, wow, yikes, bikes. Like, yeah, you really showed me. I didn't expect that at all. So
Ye-
yeah, I think I managed to win because Archeon killed Marathi twice, and then between him and the Furies, I kept dancing on objectives and just stopping him. But those juiced up, whatever they were, those ones, Blood Sisters, those were gems. That was great.
Yeah. I remember. I was watching that game. I stayed back to watch. And
Oh yeah.
I remember that interaction exactly. And yeah, him asking, do you really want me to roll this? And I was like, what do you mean? Of course, roll it. And then he rolled it, and I was like, oh shit, that's what he means. They just
Oh yeah.
blow anything up.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought he was joking. Nope, he was absolutely correct.
Yeah,
Yep. Deleted the
100%.
unit. Yep.
Um,
So yeah, daughters, they seem great. Love them.
they seem really good.
They seem real cool, real chill. Yeah.
Real
Um,
chill.
and then
It seems like you don't want to kill like any of them the first turn, or like
Yeah,
delay it as much as you can.
because it's a like yeah, it gives them
Like
a
a
blood
huge
ritual
buff.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how
And
Marathi comes back too.
and
With the 3 of
Marathi.
them.
And Marathi, I don't know how Marathi works to be honest, but she gets like an insane ability, like a free move every time you get a
Yeah,
blood ritual.
and she has a rampage. She used the rampage on Archeon both times. I think because he was a monster, she couldn't make him do the strike last, but instead he was just a blanket -1 to hit, -1 to wound, which
yeah,
like he already hits on 4s, so that sucked. But yeah.
she's crazy.
Hmm.
New doc is a problem. I think as we're recording this, they're like a 63% win rate, and I think everybody that has them is taking them. Speaking of
Wait,
a ton of doc, have you guys seen the Worlds list? Which, by the way, I mean, no, we all know Worlds is right now. I think it starts tomorrow or the day after, Steven, the 5th.
I think it is tomorrow, but I
Yeah.
could be
Is
wrong.
our tomorrow, is it there today? So yeah.
Yeah, they're 6
Uh,
hours ahead, so technically it is
pretty
there
smart.
today. Um,
Uh,
yeah, Worlds, and we are so proud of our boy Connor, who is there right now in Italy eating all the pizza and about to roll some dice.
Hell yeah. And he's running
He's-
OBR. But he's running a good OBR list, everyone. Don't worry. He's got all the knights and all the reapers.
Yeah, he is running a whole bunch of bunch of reapers, right? It's 1, 2, 3 units of reapers.
Looks like.
I thought it was.
I
I
think
that's
he had
still a
4
lot.
too. But yeah. He must have
No,
dropped
no.
one for
He left
something.
I'm looking at the 4th one right now. He said, I don't need these. You can use them in my absence. And I was like, a competitive list? No thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there repping Team Canada, but also
Hell
Team
yeah.
ETB. Shout out to ETB and Chris and the team. Thank you. But yeah, he's out there right now.
What's
I did my due diligence as a proud Italian man to try to send him a whole bunch of restaurants and things he needs to eat before he comes home. If he does not eat those things before he comes home, he did Italy incorrect, and he'll need to go back. But that's beside the point.
You were at
Yeah,
Betsy Jim and I was talking to him. He's just like, Franny's just all he does is just send me restaurants in Italy.
yeah. Because I would send him something and I'd be like, okay, that's good. And then like 4 hours later, I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot the most important thing. And then like rinse and repeat for like a week. I bombarded him with like genuinely more restaurants than he has time to eat while he's there.
At least he'll
And
never be wanting for choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
if
Team Canada this year looks pretty stacked. Canada's got Sabetti, Matthias, Justin Lapointe, who won Grand Clash where we were at. I don't know if it's the same list, but he's taking Sylvaneth again. So
Nice.
pretty great. John, Fabian. What's Fabian? He's Zinch. Yes, Zinch. Devin's taking. Ooh, I played into this list. Devin's bringing like a infantry heavy soul blight list. That list fucks
Very
real
cool.
hard. You can't take it off circles, and that means he wins. Connor's taking OBR, and then
Super mobile.
Carson is taking ogres. I don't know anything about ogres, but it looks
I'm
good.
looking at that list, and I'm sure he's got it. I don't know.
Ogres are doing
I
pretty well.
Yeah, they seem to be doing well.
I didn't play ogres at all in the latest, like in the last 2 years, and now they're all gone. So I don't know.
Tomorrow,
Iron Guts are always good.
I think
Yeah.
every team has Sylvaneth and Zinch, right? Like there's
Yeah, I think so. It looks like it. Oh my god, there's
I
so
believe
many
so.
teams.
There's another army that like almost like goes one off. Oh, Lumineth. No, that was every team has Sylvaneth, Lumineth, and Zinch, or like it's like one off for Zinch.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing I'm seeing a ton of is obviously Doc, except for Canada. Canada has no Doc. But yeah, I'm sure they know what's up. I know. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forget his name. The coach that's always there. My brain is so fried.
Is it
Which
Carson?
Nope. Oh no.
Carl?
Carl is there
Carl?
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know he was on Party at the All Points recently talking about how he's coaching and how he's been prepping for pairings and all of this. So they're in good hands over there. I think it's being live streamed this year on YouTube. So I don't know about you guys, I'm gonna try to watch a couple games throughout the weekend.
I think my whole family's gonna watch because if Connor's on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
So I'm hoping he's on like one of the games, but
If-
we shall see.
I wonder if he can slip the guy that's streaming it a couple euros to put his name at the top of the list for streaming. That'd be pretty good. Let's write some emails.
Yeah, the worst they can do is say no, right? If you try and bribe an official there, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
that's
the
the
euros
worst.
and then say no.
No rules against that, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Worlds, we're there. I feel like Connor's been talking about this for months and months because he has been prepping for months and months and months, kind of getting to see behind the curtain a bit. These guys are like, they're always practicing. They're always on
So
TTS.
much.
Every time I message Connor on a random day, it's like, yeah, I'm scrimming against XYZ right now. And yeah, it's all coming to head
I feel
right
like,
now.
and they're always like, just like whatever, like talking about like lists or this or that.
Yeah.
Even when I first Connor, it was just like all 6 of them kind of watching. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm excited that he's there. I'm excited for the team. This is going to be my first year where I'm really, really paying attention. So I'm stoked for it. It's like our playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I never watched any of them. I think last year we didn't do well, right? I forget.
No, I think last year was the best they had ever done. They did really well last year.
Okay,
So
that was the year before. Okay.
I don't remember. I know they're trying to build off the momentum, but
Okay.
they're in good hands. They got a lot of really
Yeah, for sure.
solid players there. But I think honestly, that's kind of all the topics that we had planned on talking about today. But before we kind of wrap up here,
What about cities?
before we wrap up here,
Yo,
Mm.
is there anything other than okay? Steven, tell us about cities.
oh, it's just like you want it's gonna be like honestly like 4 hours of talk.
Give us a 3 minute. What are you the most excited about in
Okay.
cities?
In cities, they have the underorders, which is pretty good. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then every single one of their heroes, every single one is so good. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's good. Good
There's
is
like the
good.
top 10 heroes, and it's like I just want to take all 10, but you can't.
Mm.
It's just too many heroes and a lot of points in heroes. So you'll see a lot of lists with a lot of heroes.
That's fair.
They the new ones look cool. Like the random, like I don't know, I haven't looked into cities at all, other than obviously a cog for it. But the like those little foot heroes that the guys that look like they have stuff like bags over their heads, like they look like the Zodiac killer. Those guys look kind of fun. Like I don't know what they
Oh, the
do, but they look
wizards.
cool. Yeah.
Those guys actually seem okay. There's one of the heroes is he's a wizard, and his entire thing is he's in the corner. Okay. And then he
uh,
teleports to all the corners. And then he has insane damage in the corner. And then if there's a manifestation near the corner, he can dispel it and then create his own manifestation. So you can literally put like if you have an or a manifestation right there, you can change to the Kron spine. And it doesn't have to
uh,
be 9 away.
I believe you, and I'm gonna look that up when this is done.
He's
That
super good.
it sounds strange and confusing, but
There's
I'm intrigued.
a lot of very, very good heroes. There's
yeah.
the Marshal now, he gives a unit fight twice. That's pretty good. The new I forgot their names though. The new hero, the guy with the cat.
Oh yeah,
He
Jorvin something
yeah.
something.
He if he's within 12, teleports a unit after they fight. So you literally can give a unit fight twice. After they fight, they teleport wherever you want, and then fight again because they fight like strike last for the second fight.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Talia's just insane. The only
Yeah,
reason
same.
you might not take her is because she's expensive, and all the other heroes are really good as well. The new
How good
fourth,
are the Cavaliers?
Okay, so the Cavaliers
Yeah.
are now the soggy version with +1 attack
Always?
That,
always. So they
that's
got
good, right?
nothing but buff. They literally just got a buff. That's it.
Wow, I hate
So
that.
it's the
Uh,
exact same but +1 attack.
Ah,
Franny,
yes.
I just see you got up on the screen there. I thought that all of the Dark Elf stuff was out. Are
Uh,
these like are these
it's
Legends units?
not yet. It'll be at they're basically legends. They're all really bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. And just when you were scrolling, I was like, "Whoa, Corsairs! Hold on!" Like now I'm intrigued. They're under the infantry, but no, the
You can take
huh.
them. They're just really bad.
Yeah,
uh,
they've always been kind of bad,
The
but
the command core is like it's 3 units now, if you see that.
oh yeah,
oh,
So
interesting.
they take up like a whole basically a whole slot. Like you have a
Yeah.
hero and then it's them. Um cities now, like I don't know if you've seen their basic rule, but basically you choose 3 different war scrolls and they
Yeah.
become under orders as long as they're within 12 of one of them. So you want like multiple units.
Oh, that's
And
kind of neat. Okay, so
mhm.
based on what I've seen with cities, there's gonna be a few different kind of methodologies in how you play them. Like you're gonna build a castle or maybe some hero hammer or whatever. What kind of list are you going to play? And how many cog forts do you need to buy to play that list?
yes,
I still have not looked at the cog for it. I don't care about the cog for it. So
Fair.
wow.
Fair. Are you too
yeah,
cool for a cog fort? Is
yeah,
that
it's
what's
just
happening?
not gonna be. Plus the gargants. The gargants are really good.
Have you got
Whatever
them
they
yet?
call. No, I'm gonna go to addictive and pick them up there.
Yeah, they're
So
pretty
whenever I do that, but these
Those are the
guys,
ones that are each one's holding the half of a door, right? That's the model.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
fun.
like they're 10 attacks basically because there's 2 of them. Damage 3,
Okay.
rend 2. But if you charge them, they'll be Ren 3. It's extremely easy to get +1 to hit, so it's basically 3s and 2s.
They're pretty cool. They seem like they
So,
can do a bunch of damage, a decent amount of damage for 2 units. Shit.
yeah, basically the damage went up in like a lot for cities, and it's really, really hard to give a 5 up board now. So they're a
Mm.
lot less tanky.
That's good.
The only way to get a 5 up board is with the new War Priest guy. So he seems really good.
Okay.
But is it worth taking him? I don't know. It's just there's so many heroes to take. They're all supports basically.
Yeah.
But they give such a good buff.
They all look really cool. I think it's an exciting time to be a cities player. I think like we talk a lot about these new battle tomes that come out, and I think we've all kind of seen the evolution throughout the edition, and they just keep putting out bangers. Like every army seems like it has a really well defined vision, interesting. Like there's what 20 plus armies. They all seem unique
Like,
enough too.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, even like when I first read the city rules, I was like, it's kind of like basic and boring. But then you look at like all the heroes, like like the under orders. It's just like it's really good, but it's not like a hard ability to do or anything. It's nothing like crazy. But then if you look at like all the heroes, you're like, they're all like support pieces, kind of a thing. So
yeah,
there's so many combos you can do that I feel like their lists are gonna be like pretty diverse because of that. Like I have no idea which one's like gonna be the best list, and
yeah.
all their units are really good. Like the cannons are now 3 shots, which is insane
Oh,
instead of
good,
2.
good.
The gallants are like they're kind of insane. They're if they get charged, they get +1 attack and +1 damage, and get an additional rend. So they're a
Yeah,
unit that if you charge them, you just die. They're gonna do so much. Um,
Unless you charge him with your Nighthaunt, Franny. You don't care about Rend.
charging.
they
I
do
don't want to do
so
fight.
much damage.
You come to me.
I
You got
pray you
with the
die
Rend though.
charging.
I don't do fight. Plus, bringing this back to the beginning of the episode, Mr. James Workshop himself is going to hear me when I say this, and he's going to release the Seraphon book, and it's going to be just as fun and unique and as good as everything else that's come out because everything's been good. And if the Seraphon one isn't at least as fun, I'm going to lose it. And then I'm going to switch to
Uh,
Seraphon because it's so cool.
Not many people like Seraphon, so I don't think they're gonna do much for them.
You shut your
I
mouth.
don't know any
Wow.
players who like them.
I hope
Wow.
Addictive runs out
Like-
of Gate Gargants.
Yeah. Late,
Whoa.
late to the
Relax.
podcast and then saying that to the host. Nice.
Unbelievable. We probably should start wrapping this up. That way, Mr. Matt Jackson can start packing for his lovely trip to that place he's going.
That's right. Going
Um,
to Vancouver. So, yep.
Hell yeah.
Not
Before
huge
we wrap
tournament.
up, is there anything you guys want to touch base on, or are we good to cut this loose?
I will have a decisive answer on whether you, the audience, should put a Stumblefoot Gargant in your list by the next podcast.
A question about the Stumblefoot, okay? When it kills a guy, you gotta choose
Yeah.
the model, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, now can you kill a model and disrupt their coherency so that like half the unit dies? Is that a thing?
Yep, sure. I'll just say definitively, yeah. I
That's
believe
just
that would,
so
if you choose the model
OP.
though, and they've set it up like that, then yeah.
Is that not like just the most OP thing? I don't think
Well-
it's a thing. Just to be honest, but
If your opponent if there is
it's so
a
hard to not
setup where
let
that
you.
happens,
You can
'cause
choose any model.
they'd still be able to pile in though after that.
Oh, is it not happening right away?
It happens at the start of it happens in the combat phase.
Yeah, okay. You let them attack first. Okay. You live.
Okay. You're
Uh,
right. Okay.
And then you take off whatever model you need to.
Yeah. and you have to phrase it in the most obnoxious way possible. You eye contact and you point at them and say, "I kill half this unit because I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2, so 11 clan rats die
Yeah.
because now they're out of cohesion."
Mhm.
And yeah, but you say, "Hey, I'm a generous guy. You can pick which half."
Genius. All
I mean,
right.
they do get a pick, but is this the thing? I just want to know now.
Off the top of my head, I'd say, yeah, sure, why not?
Sure.
But I haven't given that any thought. And yeah, but no, like it makes sense because yeah, you're right. If it's your ability, it's in the combat phase, then theoretically it would be any point in the phase. If you choose to do it at the end, if the
But can you?
Gargant survives,
Is there a rule where you can't pick a unit or a model that, like in the actual general's handbook, that would disrupt the coherency?
Don't think you get to pick the model. I'm looking at it
Yep.
right now. It says pick an enemy unit in combat.
Oh, one model in the target unit, not the target. Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
What?
folks. It looks like the Stumblefoot meta, while it still
It
is
was.
upon us clearly,
Now it's garbage. Now it went from
maybe
like
a slight nerf to our plans.
that's huge.
This is a mind game. You say to your opponent, like you point at the model you want them to take and say, "You did a terrible job paying that one. You should get that off the table. That one
Yes.
looks awful."
And then you mentioned the coherency after.
Shame them into incoherent unit.
I
Yep,
see.
I will update you on the Gargant meta. No, I think the Gargant has legs, and I've made weird lists work once in a blue moon in the past. So yeah, by the next podcast, I'll have a definitive analysis on the Gargant.
All right. I love it. We're all looking forward to it. Move aside Skarkion, move aside Doc, move aside OBR. The Stumblefoot meta's here, and Matt's going to prove it.
I'll teach Connor a lesson when he's back from Italy. Absolutely. I'll show him this is how the Gargant runs.
Exactly. Before we jump off, thanks again to ETB for sponsoring this silly little team. And we'll talk to you guys another time.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Goodbye.